That depression, that constant heaviness, that feeling where even brushing your teeth feels hard. It sucks, really. And I'm not saying this from a textbook. I'm saying this from a script, obviously any script, but this is from how I live my life, waking up tired, scrolling without even enjoying it, just waking up and be like, okay, what else am I supposed to do? Let me see what the person message said, see what this person said, scrolling without even enjoying it. And I was feeling numb, lost, and behind at the same time. But what actually fixes this, because a lot of people are feeling this, so I want to help. So what actually fixes this? It's not motivation, and it's not another inspirational quote, right? The fix is simple. It's a dopamine detox. It's getting rid of the constant stimulation, getting rid of the screens, cutting them off, right? It's taking control of your attention span. And because right now your brain is fried, you've got brain rots, I bet you can't sit through a whole video without scrolling to the comments or looking away or, going on your phone. But yeah, you need a dopamine detox. So dopamine baseline. This is the real problem. Whenever you do something that's very dopamine surging, right? So let's say this is your baseline of dopamine. And whenever you do something that's really good, that makes you feel good in the moment, like video games, right? I still play video games, I can't lie. I'm trying to get rid of it, but okay, scrolling, right? Your baseline is here, scrolling to here, but then it goes down. It doesn't go to the baseline, it goes below the baseline. So now your baseline also goes lower. So every time you do a bad habit, your dopamine goes low, right? And that's not what you want, because you'll always feel horrible. But the opposite is also true. Let's say your baseline is here, but you do something hard, and then it goes a little bit down, but it goes back up, right? Your dopamine goes up, right? And you'll feel happier. So you see what I'm saying? And dopamine isn't happiness, right? It's not like motivation. It's like a chemical, right? That makes you want to do things. And when you're scrolling videos all day, watching shorts all day, and getting instant hits of dopamine, your dopamine baseline gets destroyed. And your normal life starts feeling boring. Everything just feels boring. And simple tasks start to feel exhausting. They feel tiring. You just don't want to do them. Some things you just don't feel like doing, right? And even things are good for you feel impossible. And you can't just say, oh, you need discipline, blah, 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 right? Because that won't even help, right? If your dopamine is low, they did a study with a rat. I think Hamza said this. They did a study with a rat, right? Where they took away all its dopamine, right? And they put food in front of it. The rat didn't even go to the food. It starved to death because it didn't have any motivation to do it. Because there's just no dopamine. So you see how it can affect your life really badly. And that's why you feel unmotivated. That's why you feel lazy, broken, empty. And it's not because you're actually lazy or all these stuff. It's because you're overstimulated. Delete TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat and any app like that. This part hurts. I know. I did it. You can just block the apps with Opal. It's a cool app. You can download it. And basically you just don't want to be scrolling or anything, right? And it trains your brain to not go for short form content because it's killing your focus, right? It trains your brain to need constant novelty and constant entertainment, constant distractions. Think about it. Even when you study, you don't feel like studying, right? But when you were a kid, you could study for a little bit longer, right? And that's because your focus was better. And it's a constant distraction. Every swipe makes you worse, makes your brain more rotted. And you need to delete TikTok and you need to delete Instagram. Not forever, just long enough to get back your attention span. But it would be good if you just keep them deleted or blocked. And if you don't control your attention, someone else will profit from it, right? But you're gonna get bored, right? Obviously, you're gonna get bored. You need to replace it with short form content. You need to replace it with long form content. your brain still needs stimulation, right? Just a healthier stimulation, because you need to be doing other things, right? You go outside, work, right? When you do the hard things, it'll help, right? So just delete those stuff and just replace it with long form content, right? So start watching long form YouTube videos, not like this one, this one kind of short, but like, okay, actually watch YouTube videos, just not YouTube shorts, right? And listen to podcasts on one topic. The CEO, the Diary of the CEO, sorry, that's a good channel. You need to just fix your attention span with like longer videos, and this like makes your brain focus again. Like, you also need to sit with your thoughts and to feel bored without panicking, because boredom is really good for you, and boredom is where your motivation will come back, because everything is now boring, so the hard work feels fun. So what happens next? The first few days you will feel uncomfortable, right? You will feel so bored. You want to like go back into it. Just keep watching like long form videos, watch podcasts, go outside, do fun stuff, right? Do hobbies. And you'll feel restless, irritated, like empty. And that's not failure, right? But then that's withdrawal. But then slowly you will start wanting to do things again. You'll start thinking clearly. Cleaning will feel easier. You don't feel fixed. You feel alive. Yeah. This won't magically like solve everything overnight, but it gives back your life. It gives you your control over your own life, and you need less noise. You need to take control of your own dopamine. You need to take control of your attention, and you need to take control of your life. Right? Do the hard work even when you don't feel like it.